Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will going to present the title of Exploration of Materials and Techniques in the Productions of Entrance. Okay, I'm introducing myself. I'm Azwan Karim. I was born in 1977 in Jakarta. I'm 46 years old. I'm from Pahang, and I'm graduate from University Technology Marayu ITF Susana Perak in 2003, majoring in Fine Art Sculpture. Now I'm pursuing my PhD in University Pendidikan Sultan Idris in Fine Art Technology Studio. And I'm working now recently in University Malaysia Kelantan. This channel is dedicated to fulfill the requirement of University Malaysia Kelantan Fundamental Grant. Okay, for the abstract, the acronym INTRANS represents Interactive Transformation Sculpture, proposing an innovative branding style within the realm of fine arts. Despite the absence of clear evidence supporting branding in sculpture, this research seeks to establish a distinct and cohesive style, drawing inspiration from the transformative works of artists like Tomo Yamaji. Yamaji exploration of transformation sculpture since 2009, influenced by pop culture and mechatronics, aligns with the divisions in trend style, grounded in empirical knowledge and embracing a traditional Malaysian and national-wide. This research employs self-critical reflection, studio experiments, and contextual studies. The phase studio experimental review promising results, positioning INTRANS as a potential trendsetter in the sculpture domain, catering to both current and future artistic sensibilities. Keywords, explorations, transforming sculpture, INTRANS. Background of the studies. The study examined the techniques and formulas developed sculpture transforms, enabling change, form, or mold. The materials proposed to realize this sculpture are using like high impact plastic, ABS plastic, flat plate, primer putty, possibly mechatronic tools. The techniques suggest are scratch build, airbrush, paint technique, shelling, molding, resin chamber. This may also involve motor engines from existing materials. In the process of producing the sculpture, we think that the sculpture will be produced may be able to provide alternative knowledge to the arena of mainstream contemporary sculpture industries. The term transforming sculpture in Malaysia and even in the modern world is still woke and needs a paradigm shift. Introductions. INTRANS aims to establish itself as a new branding style in the field of fine art in particular. Branding has clearly not been proven in any result and form, even though sculpture has experienced so many changes in form, medium, and technology. By Herbert Reed, 1964. Many artists like similar sculpture like Lee Hombo in China and David Cherny from Republic Czech already create this style. However, nobody's spoken about the name of transforming style in sculpture instead of new style alternative sculpture. It is possible that previous studies have already explored the concept of transformation sculpture, who said by Khan Academy in 2018. One artist, Tomoyaji from Japan, has notable experience in the in-trend style, having started creating transformation sculptures since 2009. Objective. The research aims to scientifically explore the techniques and materials required for the production of the national works of in-trends. To achieve this objective, The recommended materials for sculpting this piece include HIPS, PMMA, ABS plate, putty primer, and potentially electronic switches, button, and mechatronic parts. The recommended techniques for the production process encompass crash building, airbrushing, paint techniques, reshelling, molding, and the use of vacuum chamber. The incorporation of motor and engine sourced from existing material may also be involved. Interest sculpture concept. The concept of interest sculpture may be reminiscent of shape-shifting came for some. Therefore, the researcher wants to emphasize through their work that this shape-changing sculpture is an exclusive part of arts. However, there are certain individuals or groups who overlook the importance of form and meaning in artwork, arguing that sculpture do not require interaction and can simply be displayed, as said by Milne and Poljani in 2023 and Wang 2022. Significance of the studies, okay, theoretical ideas. Based on the idea that this transformative sculpture has never been made by anyone in Indonesia or in the world except by Tomoyamaji from Japan, then we want to produce a work of sculpture other than the one that ever exists or existed. According to pop culture that people are interested in the transformer storyline, maybe we need to sculpt this type of fine art industry. Practical art, this transformative art is actually very practical to those who want sculpture that is not static in one form. This means when we create this sculpture, we get one sculpture two in one. What's more interesting is that sculpture enthusiasts can exhibit sculptures in A or B shapes as an option for their favor. Experimental research studio. The new important is to refer to the construction of the studio work and the theoretical concepts of the practice of reflection that are translated into the research match. Problem statement. In the contemporary sculpture world, the predominant focus lies on sculptures that are either static or kinetic, each adhering to a single basic form, referred to polymorphy in 2014. The researchers' objective is to establish a term for this shape-shifting sculpture, but it is discovered that this term does not officially exist in art dictionaries worldwide. Consequently, there is a need to conduct studio studies and experiments in order to explore the possibilities of creating sculptures that can embody two distinct basic forms. Methodology. In the research methodology chapter, the researcher will employ three main frameworks to conduct this study. These frameworks include critical self-reflection, studio experimental, and contextual studies. The utilization of these frameworks will provide a comprehensive approach to the research. Additionally, the research will employ studio investigation, which will carry out in three distinct phases. Okay, the three phases is first phase 3A, basic shape transformation sculpture. This phase focuses on developing a basic shape transformation sculpture using a manual transformation variable technique. The emphasis will be on mastering fundamental transformation techniques that can be manipulated manually. This involves two dimensions. That means we're going to do wall-to-wall sculpture. The second phase, or we call it 3B, is a medium complex shape transformation sculpture. In this phase, the research advanced to create a medium complex shape transformation sculpture. Similar to the previous phase, a manual transformation variable techniques will be employed. However, the transformation will be more intricate and challenging compared to earlier phase. This involves 2 to 3 dimensions. That means the sculpture will be wall to freestanding sculpture. The third phase, or we call it 3C, complex transformation sculpture. The third phase involves the production of a complex transformation structure using semi-manual variable techniques, space, specifically electronic, mechanical, or mechatronic methods. These advanced techniques will enable more intricate and sophisticated transformation in the structure, incorporating elements of technology and automation. This involves three-dimension structure to three-dimension. I mean, freestanding structure. Self-critical reflections. The description of the researcher's transformation structure work is based on Feldman theory. Feldman has proposed four main theories. Description. The initial visual image or perception of a work is what can be seen clearly and immediately. Analysis, which focusing on formal aspect in the element of art and design principles. Next, the third is interpretation, giving suggestion or ideas about the meaning related to the work based on evidence that can support the idea. And the fourth is judgment, that is discussion of the whole related work. Okay. Studio experimentations. The subsequent focus lies in the construction of studio work and the application of the theoretical concept of reflective practice within the research. To accomplish this objective, the researcher aims to enhance the understanding of the theoretical framework and utilize it to restructure the framework for future studies in the construction of studio works. Contextual studies. The utilization of this art research methodology holds significant importance as it strives to contribute to the development of relevant and appropriate research methods in the field. By exploring new approaches and techniques, this research aims to generate novel instrumentation that can be applied to artistic inquiries. This innovation has the potential to advance the way research is conducted in the field of art and open up new avenue for investigation. Okay, this is how the critical frameworks, where it's a self-critical, the method is using self-critical reflections, contextual studies, studio experimental. And this is conceptual frameworks. Okay, the final phase. The final phase of the project is the exhibitions and viva phase, where the outcomes of all experimentation are presented to the judging panel. This phase serves as a platform to showcase the result and findings derived from the various stages of experimentations. The judging panel evaluates the works and engages in discussion, leading to the formulation of conclusion based on the presented evidence and artistic exploration. Okay, when we see is from three stages. Type of sculpture first is a phase 3A, and then the second is phase 3B, and the third is phase 3C. Okay, the phase 3A, who is basic two-dimensional form for both transformation. The structure to the build will employ basic shapes such as spheres, cube, pyramid, and so on, utilizing transformation manually by hand. For the second phase 3B, the structure to the build will involve more challenging shapes such as human-made object and so on, utilizing transformation manually by hand. This is from a wall sculpture to the freestanding. And the phase 3, which is sculpture freestanding, the structure to be built will incorporate more challenging shapes such as human-made object and so on, employing transformations using variable like switches, mechatronic, and so on, and etc. Concepts. Okay, this is how the first concept look like from sketches. Okay, this after the concept become more depth and focus and following the theme of a traditional concept. of Malaysia National Concept Framework. Okay, this is examples of the head uh, that is proposed for the human head transformed into the flower of Bunga Raya Malaysia National uh, uh, National Malaysia of Rukun Negara and Negara works. Okay, this suggestions. Okay, this is what previous works like. Okay, and this is what the result is. Uh, we produced on 2020 that called Intrans Trans Alive using aluminum bar, rectangular steel tube, bolts, nut, various thickness of high impact plastic, vehicle emergency lights, various rubber material, airbrush and the brush for paint. This National Broadcaster 2021 using aluminum bar, rectangular steel tube, bolt, nuts, various thickness of high impact plastics, and etc. This is how it transforms. Research finding and discussion. Structures and formation materials. Nearly all material that can be shaped in 3 dimensions can be used in sculpture making. However, some materials such as stone, especially hard limestone or marble, wood, clay, or metal, example bronze, ivory, and plaster possess exceptionally plastic properties and have thus proven to be the most popular among sculptors from prehistoric time onwards. Yes, referring to Meros Mirama 2013. As a result, for much of its history, sculpture has been created using 4 basic methods. This method: stone carving, wood carving, bronze casting, and clay modeling. Through studio experiment, however, and using from empirical data, the techniques and materials required to create an interest sculpture are indeed diverse. To achieve this goal, the suggested materials for producing such sculptures include HIPS, PMMA, ABS plastic. HIPS is high impact plastic. PMMA is for acrylic. ABS plastic is for plastic, plate, primer, putty, and steel. This material encompasses a variety of both soft and hard substances, from polystyrene, plastic, wood to iron. While various materials can be utilized, the selection is based on the specific requirement of form and function. For example, to create the hinges parts, high-grade ABS is required. ABS is a type of plastic that exhibits strong resistance according to its grade. An example of a robust type of ABS is the one composed of 35% acrylonitrile, 30% of butadiene, and 60% of styrene. One of the strongest ABS example currently available is Royalite R20, which is rigid thermoplastic ABS that we use, thermoplastic ABS sheet, with a combination of properties that make it ideal for a wide range of application. It possesses very high strength and impact rigidity, excellent high and low temperature performance, and remarkable formability. And this is the subject that what we find from a result of tensile test of solid ABS. Transformation sculpture techniques. Empirical research is based on observed and measured phenomena, acquiring knowledge from real experience rather than theory or belief. This empirical data stems from the researchers' first-hand experience, as illustrated in the following diagram. Okay, from this figure 4 is trans empirical data process. We start from uh, observations, question, hypothesis, experiments, analysis, and conclusions. Okay, and then the process start again and again. Research finding and discussion. Structure transformation materials. Nearly all materials that can be shaped in three dimensions can be used in sculpture making. However, some materials such as stone, especially hard limestone, like we noted before, like marble, wood, clay, okay, and plaster process, exceptional plastic properties have thus proven to be the most popular among sculptures from prehistoric time onwards. Okay, through studio experiment and empirical data, the technique and material required to create entrance sculpture are indeed diverse. Okay, this is finding. Based on the studio experimentation process conducted to create entrance sculpture, it can be concluded that there are several ways to identify empirical evidence in experiments. The data provided for the steps, control, and measurement of the sculpture throughout the trials contribute to the development of this sculpture. When these details are examined, the scientific method relying on empirical evidence is utilized and positive results are obtained from the audience. The process of examining and creating this sculpture can apply to other types of sculpture and should be replicable with the same set of experiments. If the experiment can be replicated using a series of observations to get the data, empirical evidence will certainly be prevent providing new data or discovering to the researcher as proven here. The graph and the table used have effectively demonstrated the material durability and technical levels in strength sculpture. Okay, this is our references. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much for the presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.